Magesi FC first onto the professional scene in South African football a couple of seasons ago when they won the Motsepe Foundation Championship and almost immediately made a name for themselves when they beat Mamelodi in the place of Khotatso Mariba. Simanyoni, formerly from Mamelodi, Sundowns, Tuks and Richards Bay FC. But here's the formation from Magesi.
Yeah, with Magesi, you're looking to see them playing that 4-4-2, especially with Makubu and Simanyoni.
With Kekana, Mkulise, Mabena and Pasadine. And then Kekana and Shalolile up front.
Yeah, with Mamelodi Sundowns, with those 10 changes that they made against, especially from Magesi.
It will be Mamelodi Sundowns who will get us underway this evening. Lovely cool evening here in Sesheko. Mamelodi Sundowns in their way strip of yellow and white. They'll attack the goal to the left-hand side of your screen where Elvis Chipazeze is waiting to make his first intervention. Magesi FC playing in the mostly...
So we know that Magesi has.
Now, Wonderboy Makubu is a very, very dangerous player indeed. It's a good cross into the area, and Ronald Williams clearing almost a la defender instead of goalkeeper. Keeper sweeper. But Ronald Williams had a little bit of a slip before not being able to quite make up the ground in front of the former Chiefs Galaxy man. First shot in anger from Mamelodi Sundowns comes from Kulise.
Kevin as well with the Mamelodi Sundowns looking at
Delano Abrahams, a 29-year-old formerly from Hungry Lions and then moved to the University of Pretoria Tuks. He's a phenomenal player on the flank and he really can cause all sorts of trouble. Looking to do so from the header. Great save, Ronwood Williams. It might have been his own play that knocked it back toward him.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be that game for Magesi. Set pieces, they need to use them very, very well. And Ronald Williams, with his experience, it's going to require that leadership. The ones that needs to be very, very vocal because you do have players that haven't really played that much. But look at that flick as well, just behind Peter Shalili.
And just talking about that, and we talk about sides that are maybe loading their teams, and as Highlands Park did. Pulls that thought for a moment, some defending to be done, and a little clip across the face of goal coming from Wonderboy Makubu. Now finds Mabena. Oh, a little slider through into the area, maybe just a little on the strong side from Letlaku.
You're expecting the synergy from the young ones. There's always something about the young players whenever they play.
It's college, and Eric Tinkler finds himself at the top of the table. And I'll tell you what, when I did an interview with him, he had a huge grin on his face, and one can understand why. Pressure here from Magesi. They hit the crossbar. And once again, the defence of Mamelodi Sundowns just caught a little bit napping. Another chance for Simanyoni. Oh, the defence has to be switched on, and that's really top defending from Mamelodi Sundowns.
Look at those balls that are inside the box coming in. They're very, very troublesome. Look at the play here. Mamelodi Sundowns not organised on time. Ibrahim's
never afraid to take a chance when there's a chance to be taken. Teddy Fontana over the wall, punched away by Ronald Williams. The flag's gone up anyway, and Williams has stayed down. I just wanted to say if the free kick was taken a bit quickly, but the element of surprise was quickly caught in its tracks. Have a look at this again.
Yeah, it was offside indeed. But nonetheless, look at the numbers as well, the bravery as well from Ronald Williams to be able to understand that they have been question marks in terms of that defensive line, but able to come out as well and make his...
If they needed some experienced campaigners ready to make themselves available. A little slip in the midfield. He nearly got away with it. I think he has got away with it. Mapena. Chipazeze made the right decision. I almost thought for a moment that the Zimbabwean goalkeeper was going to be caught in...
Scripiness able to find the pass going forward. Letako bringing that ball with his right foot.
Wonderboy Makubu continues to ask questions.
Honestly, this is the game for Magesi, right? To play that one long ball, to have two big boys, one to flick, one to actually run forward. This is what you're going to see. This is the game plan. Magesi point of view, you've deployed the system and the strategy as well. That's working so well because you deny Mamelodi Sundowns from playing.
Abrahams, dangerous character, lots of pace. Normally a good crosser of the ball, goes past Makubu, berates himself for a little over in Khomalelo. Picked up an early yellow card. It's just so early. I don't think it is even in the first 5 minutes. Picked up a yellow card, but I'll tell you, since then, the 19-year-old has been phenomenal in the midfield. Vandala backs himself with the acceleration. Lunga backed himself as well. He's enjoying his football. Lovely to see a player with a smile on his face.
The type of football that they want to play, but Magesi is benefiting because they want to be very productive, getting into Mamelodi Sundowns as quickly as possible.
Divine Lunga under pressure from Wonderboy Makubu. Makubu just shakes off the Zimbabwean for the moment. More cover drops back in the form of Bassadine. Persistent man, Wonderboy Makubu. Easy save for Ronald. So much further forward. The quality of his crosses could come into play because he is used to playing in the midfield. Is Batusi Albas. Not a bad ball from him. Lovely control here from Maseko. And suddenly there's a threat at the goal of Chipezeze. Not quite with the ball in front of him. Batusi Albas had to almost search for the ball underneath his direct pendulum.
Yeah, the ball just came just behind it, but good aggression rather from Maseko there. That's the speed that the Mamelodi Sundowns didn't have in the first half. You can see again with the second time back with Mkhulisi in that midfield, finding a little bit of clarity and balance in that, and then pushing Lehlaku just in front of them, allowing Maseko out wide. Maybe that's the reason.
Bassadine into the middle. Oh, that's so close. You'll see it from behind the goal, and maybe it's not as close from Adams as we thought it was, but it was a very, very good header.
Yeah, man, and it's always surprising that Jaden Adams, as short as he is, he always finds space in that box. And expecting Magesi with so many big boys inside the box to be...
Intervention from Tapela Maseko. Little chase back for Mosa Lepusa. I don't think Williams wanted that ball so close to Wonderboy Makubu, but he dealt with it comfortably, did the national team goalkeeper. Maseko onside! His first touch might have been too strong. Maseko barrels into Chipezeze. Very, very brave goalkeeping from the Zimbabwean. I'll tell you what, a slightly softer touch from Maseko. He was away. Look at this touch here.
A great, brilliant touch, a brilliant ball being played by Lehlaku. I guess that first touch really didn't set him very nicely, because you can see he's drifting away to his right hand side a little bit, but very, very brave from Chipezeze to be able to spot that Maseko wasn't in reach with his ball. And also
Divine Lunga maybe not as busy during the second half as he was during the first, where he did awfully well to keep out Sibanyoni and Vandala as well as Wonderboy Makubu. Chipezeze makes another save, but he's it's every match has two halves, but I'm sure you know what we mean at home. So I use a match of contrasting halves. I think that's okay. Peter Shalolile, space at the back post for Bassadine.
It was a good cross indeed. Bassadine, we've known him for having that deadly left foot of his.
Fifth corner kick of the match from Mamelodi Sundowns. They've had the only two corners of the second half so far. Delivery in towards Divine Lunga. And there's a shot that's blocked on the line. Still yellow jerseys provided. Abrahams can't keep it out. Sundowns score. Difficult to know who got a touch on that one. And with all the cluster of players there, it's difficult. But Chipezeze is beaten in the 73rd minute.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they all count, as scrappy as it was from a set piece. Magesi unable to clear the lines. With so many numbers, with an outswing from a corner kick. Also with the threat as well that Lemutiba has inside the box, it brings a little bit of a worry. This man here finding the last touch on the further side of the pitch. Look at that ball being played in by Bassadine. Magesi as well. That ball for Mamelodi Sundowns player. Look at Jaden
himself, the Boko Mokoena, all with 4 starts, but on the bench tonight, both of those players, and some players left out of the lineup. Sales, no Reyners, no Kekana. Well, not Grant anyway. But still an opportunity for Peter Shalolile. Shalolile's goal! Magesi FC burst onto the professional scene in South African football a couple of seasons ago. And that brings him to within 1. You've got a statistic on that. I'm not stealing your thunder. You go for it. Peter Shalolile. Yeah, he's a legend, isn't he? Love his humility. Love the way he involves himself in the game of football. Love the way he gets into positions. Love the way he scores a goal.
Indeed. And this